Yo, guys, Urb'n Barz brings you the best UK reactions to rap, hip hop, and urban music from all around the world. And guys, we are fresh off the back of an NF release, and he released Hope just a couple of days ago, guys, and the internet went crazy. And I called it the benchmark for hip hop. Literally, it just blew my socks off. And guys, I've only been covering NF for about, I don't know, just a little bit less than a year or so. I've covered 4 albums or nearly 4 albums: Mansion, Therapy Session, Moments. I'm on Perception. Really incredible, guys. So when we covered Hope the other day, guys, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't comment on or I missed, because I haven't absolutely got to the point where NF has actually given us all those little nuggets, etc. So guys, the other thing is as well, my reaction was literally blocked for most regions. So literally it was partially blocked, guys. So I didn't get as many reactions and hits as I thought. Maybe people come and check it out, but it is what it is, guys. But I'm definitely down with NF, and I've just found this that's just come into my feed literally minutes ago, guys, and I'm really excited because it'll be the first time checking out TOMMEE PROFITT. And guys, I'm old school hip hop. I'm older than the hills, guys, and I've seen people say about NF and TOMMEE PROFITT is a film, music score, producer, all that sort of stuff, creator, and it makes perfect sense. But guys, the first time I ever came into contact or even hearing about film scores and stuff in hip hop was with MC8 at the beginning of the 1990s. So it's not a new thing, guys. It's not a new thing. It's just that our man NF just does it bigger, better, deafer than the rest of them, really. And I want to check out our man TOMMEE PROFITT here because I think he's going to talk to us about how he made and created Hope. And guys, if you followed my journey on the NF journey, if you've even just followed my reaction journey, you know that I'm involved in not just hip hop, not just old school hip hop, but I'm into film, I'm into symbols, I'm into the music side of things, I'm into the location and all that kind of thing, guys. I'm into the film scores, but I'm also into the soundscape. And I'm just listening and I'm just hoping that our man TOMMEE PROFITT is going to tell us a little bit and give us a little bit more insight into how he does the soundscape and how he does the cinematic scores. A bit like an Ennio Morricone, who I used to do with the spaghetti westerns I used to listen to way back in the days, guys. But guys, enough of that. Here at Urb'n Barz, guys, we're always here to learn on a daily basis. And guys, I cannot wait because this is the first time I've ever seen, and it's the first time I'm ever going to hear from or check out our man TOMMEE PROFITT, because I know that you guys tell me that TOMMEE PROFITT and NF, Nate Feuerstein, go hand in hand. So guys, let's check it out.
Hey guys, what's up? It's TOMMEE PROFITT. I'm going to show you how I made Hope by NF. This is obviously a massive song, so I'm going to divide it between Act 1, 2, and 3. So we'll start with Act 1.
Do you hear that? Act 1, 2, and 3. I'm into screenwriting, guys. And when you write film scripts and anything, radio play, TV play, or anything, it's normally in 3 acts. So here we go, guys.
So initially, the song started with just the short staccato piano chords. But there was a lot of space, even though he was singing between them. And so we decided to add...
He's got Iron Man in the background, guys. I love my Marvel. I'm just going to roll this again, guys. So apologies and that. I'm not going to interrupt if I can help it because I'm here to learn. So Tommy, take it away.
So we'll start with Act 1. So initially, the song started with just the short staccato piano chords. But there was a lot of space, even though he was singing between them. And so we decided to add the pulse.
I love the way they're actually playing the track. And when the stabs are hitting, it's coinciding with our man Tommy as well. This is incredible. I love this already, guys.
Space, even though he was singing between them. And so we decided to add the pulsing piano note that added some movement and tension. So anyone who's ever listened to any NF song ever knows that it needs to progress and grow and build and layer. So in the next section, we added these short staccato and Colenio string hits on the half notes just to keep the song driving and building. There's also sort of a theme of like horror string transitions that we use throughout the song, using various libraries like 8DO case strings and Audio Imperia Constrictor.
Oh, I love that with the strings. But guys, we are getting some in-depth insight into the song structure, how they're building the song and how they're actually putting the song together for NF. This, guys, is gold dust. Really? I'm amazed that Tommie's... Really?
Then at about the 1 minute 29 mark, the song really begins to pick up and enters Act 2. So the patch that started it all was this thing I found in 8DO Studio Series Deep Solo Cello.
Whoa.
And it was called Volante. Not sure how you say that. But it's basically this super short spiccato cello that I've never even heard before. It's so short, it almost sounds like it's ticking. And it sounded super cool, so we built on that. So then we added like 6 or 7 more libraries, all playing that same arpeggiation. And some were ensemble cellos, some were solo cellos, some we put distortion on, and it just made it sound big, like this massive wide sound of all these cellos all playing the same part. And then once we had that going, in order to grow, I added a harmony part. And then I brought back those same spiccato and Colenio patches from Act 1, and I played this different offbeat rhythm, so it gave it like a syncopated feel. And then, to build the momentum and energy even more, I played this super fast rhythm on top, and it gave it almost like a frantic feeling. While all of this is happening, maybe most interestingly of all, we found this vocal sample that we pitched and created a counter melody. And then, of course, during all of this, there's big downbeat hits with...
Sorry to stop it when our man's talking, but when you do a film score, guys, films are designed to move your gut. And I keep telling people, because everyone keeps saying to me, oh, when you listen to music, etc., you should be reading the subtitles. But I say, listen, I was here before subtitles and all that sort of nonsense was in music. So we were clubbing like from donkeys years ago. So we'd feel the music first. The first thing you'd feel was the music. Then you'd probably hear the lyrics second. So it's the feel. And this is what Tommie's doing. He's giving us the feel. The feel is moving us. So he's literally directing us to how we should be feeling. So when you have all the anxiety and the strings are quickening up and etc., 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 it's doing stuff to your body. And do you know what? You don't even know it's happening. You realize it's happening after it's actually happening. You don't think it straight away, but it's actually happening. Your body is responding to the slight nuances and the changes in the music that our man is doing. He's literally driving how our sensations are feeling, and NF is just absolutely just putting the icing on the cake with his lyrics on top of that. So this is how they move us in films, guys. When you get the tension bits, when you get the things speeding up or slowing down, you know, adding space or whatever to it. That's what they do in films, guys. I've been studying all this because I've done film production, film script writing, this, that, and everything else. Guys, I'm just going to wheel this back a bit.
Rhythm, so it gave it like a syncopated feel. And then, to build the momentum and energy even more, I played this super fast rhythm on top, and it gave it almost like a frantic feeling. While all of this is happening, maybe most interestingly of all, we found this vocal sample that we pitched and created a counter melody. And then, of course, during all of this, there's big downbeat hits with low strings, and brass, and orchestra patches. And the piano's hitting hard. Act 2 is actually much bigger than I thought.
Oh, then it just...
So Act 3 starts with the soft piano when Nate starts talking about his son. And I started playing the same melody that I was playing with the Volante cello, but I was playing it soft and emotional on the piano. And it created this starting point for us to build this big, massive cinematic ending. So you obviously can't jump from soft piano to super epic in 1 second. And so we introduced these really creepy string beds that we found. That's really where the full orchestra comes in for the first time. And so I added 2 long string patches, Spitfire LCO Vivid Longs and Symphobia long string ensembles. And those two together just instantly sound huge and give it a big string feel instantly. You have to view it like a ladder, right? And so
I wonder how many tracks in total. Remember, was it Rakim, 48 tracks to slide? I'm sure it's more than 48. I'm sure it's more than 64. I just wonder how many in total.
every section builds one step higher, adding higher and higher notes and adding an octave to the string part, so then when you get to the top, it's this super massive, epic, cinematic, Marvel sounding movie score. So one of the biggest ways to get that big, epic, cinematic sound is by adding brass. I usually add 2 patches from Cinebrass Pro, the Monster Low Brass and the 12 Horns Ensemble. And that's literally all you need. And then I enforce the melody by layering 11 different string staccato libraries. And so when I played the piano, it triggered all 11 of them and it sounded massive. And this whole time, the piano continues to build underneath all of this. There's no drums in this part of the song, so it's gotta be powerful musically. And then you add all of the big orchestral downbeats and the low string hits and the brass hits and the big trailer effects, the hits and the impacts and the whooshes and the swells and the risers, the swipes. And then you're left with one final piece, which is my absolute favorite of them all.
Oh, it's the vocals. Whoa, I love vocals. I love vocals. Whoa. Whoa. People. Oh my gosh. Guys, that was an insight into our man. Whoa. Really? Into how he does NFs. Guys, what do you think? That is like gold dust, guys. He's literally giving the game away, telling you how it all comes together. And I first got interested in soundscapes, moviescapes, cinemascapes, whatever you want to call it, from a very long time ago, guys. I was very, very young at the time, guys. But I remember, if any of you guys remember this guy, MC8, check him out, because he's still rapping these days, guys. But he was producing as well back in the days. So he'd have been running parallel to when you were potentially checking out people like NWA, etc. Arman, MC8, you know, Gia. Yeah, that's MC8, guys. He was the first one, in my opinion, that I know of, who started talking about making music to be more of the cinemascape, the cinematography, but in this style, steez, whatever you want to call it, it'll be the cinema scope sound, cinemascopic, is that what you call it? Sound. So MC8, he's the first one who I used to check way back in the days, guys. So we're talking 30 years now into bringing up our man NF. But I've been listening to NF's albums. I've checked out the first 4, as I said to you before: Mansions, Therapy Session, Moments, Perception. And each one of those guys, I mean, check the guy out from the start, guys. And each one of them has progressed. And every track that I've been listening to NF has just progressed. And literally, he's been doing more or less potentially the same thing, but he's grown from that on each album. So he's not just a one-hit wonder or anything. Our man has grown. But one thing I haven't seen, guys, is his latest album. So I don't know all the things and all the links between when we saw the map, when we saw NF. Well, I do know, because you've told me about what NF is doing, wearing white, NF's wearing black, the balloons, all these other little nuggets that NF has in his videos as well. I'm going to get to that, guys, because I'm still on the NF journey. But when it comes to cinematography, cinemascope, sound, soundscapes, all that kind of stuff, I'm certainly definitely interested. I hope you guys are. Hope we all learned something from that. That was interesting there to hear our man talking and telling us how he built up hope. That was incredible, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. Here at Urb'n Barz, we're here to learn each and every day, guys. We're here to check out music. We're here to check out behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. I'm into all of that kind of stuff. I hope it's a bit of insight into the game for you guys. If not, just let me know. But just let me know down in the comment section. Was it worth something to check out? Do you want to see more of that kind of stuff? I'm definitely interested in that stuff, so I'm definitely up for it. If you guys are up for it, we'll learn together. But guys, here at Urb'n Barz, you know, we check out music from all around the world. And guys, I want you to look after yourselves, look after each other, but more importantly, subscribe to my channel here at Urb'n Barz, and also make certain you come back to the next Urb'n Barz reaction, guys.